Hey, welcome to the Unlimited Money Podcast. I am your host, Booby Beats. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe to Unlimited Money ENT. We got a couple of things to talk about today. Man, oh man, we do. But first of all, you know, shouts out to every single person, that won awards uh, at the Oscars. Everybody who won the awards. I chose not to watch the Oscars. Um, it wasn't specifically because the hosts were female or anything like that. I'm not one of those guys who always watched the Oscars myself. Not to minimize any of the accomplishments that any of these guys who were acting makes in their field. But me, I'm just not really like the number one award show guy. But yesterday, or should I say last night's, version of the Oscars, an award show, this was a really different type of an award show. This was a special kind of an award show, right? There was a serious highlight, that probably overshadowed the whole thing. Now, to focus on the positive first, Dune won 6 awards, and Will Smith, he won, I think like the best male lead actor performance, and King Richard. Now, as we all know, and if you didn't know, I guess I'm the person that's gonna tell you. Chris Rock, he was he was presenting an award, and he was doing his little speech, and he ended up dissing Will Smith's wife. I think he compared her to a G.I. Jane character or something. And I think this had something to do with her being bald, Appalachia, or something like that. And she didn't like the joke, so Will Smith, his reaction was to walk on stage, and he walked right up to Chris Rock, and he slapped the living shit out of him. Now, is this the best response? Hell no. Do I understand, protecting your family or protecting your wife, I guess. Even though, you didn't do anything, when she was doing, we know what, but, he clobbered, Chris Rock. And Chris Rock, he took that shit like a G. He ate that. Like, he ate that shit up. That nigga had a smile on his face. He was shocked too. Like, what the fuck, man? This is on live fucking TV, And Will Smith walking away, he chuckled at Chris Rock's joke. That's when you're good. Like the guy that punched you, he heard the joke and he laughed because it was good. He couldn't help it. And this became the conversation of the night. Endless memes all over on the internet. What led to Will Smith getting to this place to where, you would end up seeing them smack somebody. Nobody ever thought that they would see, the Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I mean? The slapping the fucking shit out of somebody on live TV. This isn't something that you typically expect from Will Smith. He was still at the show, after he smacked him, just like it was his domain, just chilling, this pretty much, was the talk of the night. It's probably going to be the talk of the week, and it's probably just because it's Will Smith of all people. Like, that's not what you expect. This is the guy you expect to never be on camera, like smacking somebody, but you end up smacking somebody on the Oscars. What precedence did it set? Or were you gonna see security guards standing like on top of the podium? I don't know, but But now that we got that out the way, let's get into some other, news or whatever. Let's talk movies. Uh, what you call it? There's, I guess, the new movie is like Sandra Bullock and a Channing Tatum, excuse me. Um, romance comedy or whatever, romantic comedy. Um, I hate that shit. I don't know why, but I always hate that shit, and I will always hate that shit. It's cringy to me. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't watch any of those. Uh, you know, I don't know why. They're just not for me. I'm just not a romantic comedy guy, so I'm probably not gonna watch that. Uh, and what else came out? I guess a couple of shits that I never heard of. Low scale movies that didn't really bring in any money. There is this movie called X. I heard it's about like some guys shooting an adult film or some shit, and then I guess some shit happens, and it's getting good reviews. So I do plan on watching that, but uh, I'm gonna wait for it to come to streaming because it is. I can wait for that. Spider-Man just crossed 800 million domestic. It's sitting at like 1.88 billion dollars. Straight blockbuster monster movie. I know them niggas is happy they got paid off of that. Which leads me into their new project. You know, um, it's a movie called Morbius, which is like a spider, and I mean not a spider, a vampire. Morbius is a vampire within the Spider-Man. It's a universe or franchise, character, and I guess they removed a bunch of shit from the trailers that's supposed to say that it's connected to Spider-Man, or like Spider-Man is in the universe as this villain solo movie, but I guess they removed it, and you don't see a bunch of that shit references anywhere in the movie. And excuse me, people. And uh, especially all the vulture shit. Now me, I'm not. I wasn't really tripping off that. I don't even understand how people are tripping off of that too much. Cause me, like, I don't even care if Spider-Man is in the movie or not. I care if the movie is garbage or not. So the biggie for me, the key here for me is everybody's who saw it. I think it's somewhere in Europe or UK or somewhere. They say this shit sucks. They say this shit is garbage. And I've heard people say the trailers look good, and like me, I saw the shit and it looked pretty generic to me. But I was still gonna watch the shit because it's a vampire and it's made by some superhero or whatever shit, and I'm always willing to check those out. So it's disappointing to find that that's garbage, but I'ma definitely see X when that comes to streaming. The Batman. That was a great movie. I don't know what the Spider-Man versus Batman comparison competition shit is about. They're not anywhere near like the same type of fucking movie at all. But one thing I will say is I just recently watched Spider-Man No Way Home, and that was a fun ass fucking movie and shit. And it was, I guess, a happy movie. But one thing I will say is Batman for me was more masterfully, crafted, very well put together. A great vision and great execution of that vision. And then I'm looking forward if they do decide to make a sequel. I hope they do. And as far as this villain universe that Sony's putting together. Morbius is tanked. Both of the Venom movies, they made a lot of money, but they're not really great, like critically acclaimed movies or anything like that. But they make money. Morbius looks like it's gonna tank. What's that gonna mean for the movies coming forward, like Craven the Hunter, especially the weird shit like Madam Web?